we're doing a different kind of hero this time. We have Jason, who's not a super soldier, a regular person, comes to the island, and has a very credible experience where his friends are taken, family members are killed. And when you have that kind of experience and you have the raw emotion of that, it's got to be relatable to people who would play the game.
He comes from Los Angeles. He doesn't have a job. He graduated from college. He's kind of been doing these extreme sports things around the world for fun. And he's stuck. He's fine being outside of society on some level, and he kind of wishes society wasn't there, I think, secretly. And so then he's put into this situation where it's not, where all of a sudden he's on his own. And who is he going to be in that situation?
We're absolutely going to have it so that you are shooting, but there's going to be a lot of raw emotion behind that shooting. And when you make the choice to either be out in the open world and hunting and doing all the different things that are available and exploring and discovering, there's still going to be that little voice in the back of your head that's, I've got to save my friends, and I've got to get even with Voss. We always knew that insanity for us was a core feature. We always knew that we wanted it to be an insane place. But I think the facets of insanity, I would be lying if I said that we knew exactly what we wanted right from the beginning. The reality is that I think it really happened with Voss. I think that when we went in and we were sure absolutely what we wanted, we'd written down the type of character he was, we'd written down exactly what we were looking for, and we began to push. We designed the character, but we met Voss.
I remember when I did the audition, I had come in with something that I had prepared, and it was really off the hook. It was, I had improvised a lot. I had brought in a lot of my own stuff at the beginning and at the end, and I thought it was pretty risky. And when I was done, there was a silence in the room, and they said, "Could you do it again? Go further."
Let me be different. I'm sorry. I don't like the way you are looking at me.
Jason's never killed anybody, not a super soldier, doesn't have that innate skill, and looks at Voss, and in that first interaction sees him as this terrible thing. And then as we start to look at him through a series of logs that he leaves, and a series of reflections, and the fact that he meets his friends and they may not even recognize him, so the question is who do you become? How much is he a mirror reflection of you and the mistakes that you may make? How much is the doctor that? How much is some of the other characters? We know that you get to the island. The question is what is the island doing to people that's turning them into this? And if you stay on it too long, what happens to you? We introduce layers. We introduce the doctor and his own brand of insanity, and he's into sort of hallucinations and all kinds of crazy stuff. We introduce Jason's friends. They come to the island just like Jason. They're very set, and they feel like they have an understanding of what's fair and what's right and wrong. And maybe as you begin to meet them a little further on, they're a little bit bent. And we wanted to explore that moment.
And the player takes this journey with like every game that they play, but they don't think about it. There's not this like sense of, wait, okay, so my character picked up a gun and now I shot 1,000 people. Like, if you shoot 1,000 people in real life, it's a big deal.
You've killed hundreds of people, and you're absolutely resolute about what you know is right and wrong. Until you're not so sure. You've gone down a rabbit hole, and we put you in a situation where a normal guy is in a really, really tough situation. And it's just about the idea of breadcrumbing. So there's always the hint of discovery. You're either discovering about your friends, you're either discovering about the enemies, or you're discovering about the space.
In order to make something that examines the art form, you have to tread the path and then break it. And so you're gonna see all kinds of setups that I want players to think, oh, this is gonna be like this. Oh, this is gonna be like this. Oh, this is gonna be like this, because they've been taught by the industry to think that. And then we'll change it all up.